You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the...
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spirit. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Kontynuacja, Herald of Berith. How...
Oh my God. You really... I'm...
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under...
This is really happening, right? Gone. Your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shoti stumbles precarious...
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission. But I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not... As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far? Even after all these years, countless generations, we don't know either. The brightest souls can burn out in an instant, and even a pathetic, feeble spark can grow brilliant in time. But you have come a great distance for answers.
That we have. And I got a request. Down here. God, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my God.
Lantern rattling. Sick...
My dear Shoti, I do not mean to diminish your presence here. But this is a question that he alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak to... You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods? It seems someone else needs to know. One who has held me to the flames once before. Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others. Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are.
Shoti gasps sharply. For once, too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from...
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortal. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told. I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself. To extinguish, we took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel and when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to... We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still...
Dawn, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you, once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Mogren has intended for me. Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly...
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat...
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then...
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence. The fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the soul. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again? Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else. And when we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water. Taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you are back inside him. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you, waiting, I am. Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks full. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But the soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming,
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your... Aethys is going to Ukaizo? He's going to stop the wheel? Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, as you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body, you sense familiar scents and sounds.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us. You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished.
I will choose our next voyage, Akira. No more volcanoes.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships?
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here? Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods? Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is... until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again.
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quick.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely. Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage? Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die...
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
If he's heading to Ukaizo, then the time for speeches, we have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Ondra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Ondra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Ondra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aothas is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your... Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Ondra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aothas, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial. And with Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance. I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaren's teeth. You are not too safe.
Our enemies scramble for Ukaizo, dropping Ikera. Both topics I know well. My sister would say that Ukaizo is the birth canal of the tribes, and we are destined to return and discover ourselves. Ask Onikaza if you would know more. She is the family historian. I am the... It is the same in the city as anywhere in the Deadfire. Mataru judge our souls at birth and organize us for the survival of the tribe. I am not the first to say it, but Nekataka has more walls than beaches, more roads than... Nowhere in the city does a Raparu sit around the same fire as a Mataru. Nekataka tests our tradition. What man or woman of the Isles does not? Our ancestors built this place. We are the hermit crab who occupies a... It is for my sister and her priest to judge the fit. Akira, as the largest and most prosperous of the Deadfire tribes, the Kahanga have some... I say Onikaza and I are large stones in a tide pool, standing tall as the water rises to... My sister has mastered the diplomat's tongue, and I am foolish to give her frustrations a loud... But Ikera, I pray every day that Ngati tests the out... We agree on much, I say. The prosperity of the Huan. In the trading companies, Onikaza sees Worika test... I see Ngati sending krakens of gold and iron against our... It is the same in the city as... I am not... Nowhere in the city does a Raparu sit around the same... You speak as if it is not. Our ancestors built this place. It is for my sister and her priest to judge the... Ukaizo. We are actually going to Ukaizo. The tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. A heavy responsibility, I said. To serve my people is to betray myself as an artist. Perhaps I am the praise they showered on Ngati's chosen. Until now, it all seemed an empty gesture, and I am no one's savior. It is not. I want the tribes to grow on their own. My people deserve better than the promises of a hen. Ukaizo will show us the way. The tribes will find themselves again. I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever. I will give it thought.
There is time enough for that. Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principe ready to descend on each other, I wish the island had kept its secrets a while longer.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches me even here. If you continue to encourage him, his life will grow more complicated. He will be the savior his people want. Someone to drag their past into the present. Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
There is much to consider. Yes, Captain. Next time, a challenge.
Worika nods stiffly. You feel her presence drift.
A moment of your time, Watcher, if you will. Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold. Unfortunately, the ship lacks the defensive fortifications of Cadnua. A crate could have been slipped aboard at any of our ports of call, assuming it wasn't placed among our goods as we took on supplies. It is roughly a yard to a side and labelled beans. The hands who noticed it were tasked by the cook to bring up ingredients for the evening's stew. The hand left the crate in the hold if you wish to examine it.
Not a problem.
You can see me! It's really you then, the captain of the Defiance. Oh, this is fantastic! How satisfying it is to know one did not give one's life. I come from the island of Kazuwari, and we need your aid. Kazuwari is an island where the most skillful hunters, the most hardened explorers, the deadliest warriors all gather to earn Tuamawai's favor. But Humaire, the island's caretaker, says the essence that sustains the island has sickened. Curdled, she called it. The animals, the trees, they all churn. We need a watcher. No one else can talk to souls, Humaire said, and souls are our problem. You're a watcher, right? The watcher. The one who died and lived again, who speaks to the gods. I knew it. I knew Humaire wouldn't have. You will help. Oh, that's fantastic. Speak to Humaire at Kazuwari, Watcher. She'll be able to better explain the situation than I. Kazuwari's a huge island west of Hasango. It's pretty hard to miss. Why? There's one thing you should know. The faces of the hunt jealously control who enters and leaves the island. But there's a waterfall on the southern side of the island that will allow you to... I guess you should also know. The island's residents might not take too kindly to your presence if you're found. But I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
No, you know, I just... Thing is, I might know something about that box there. But look, all I'm saying is, maybe you don't want to touch it. Maybe we tie a big rock to it and throw it overboard. Right now. It's a box with a dead man's head in it. Great. That's great. Maybe we should talk about it later.
Hey, hello? Are you going to help us? We could really use the help. Once we've arrived, I can help you find your way into the heart of the island. You know, if you want me to. I wouldn't want to presume. In the meantime, I'll be here. Well, behind you, really, with the rest of the spirits following you around.